Hello and welcome to a very short episode of Kitze. Today's episode, I think 65. I haven't even opened my thingy here. No, 65 was yesterday. Or 66. Episode 66 of Kitze, the podcast where I do yada 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 and blah blah blah. I'm recording this at 9 p.m. I want to wrap up with my day and go to sleep soon because your boy is a 5 a.m. person now. I woke up today again, 5:30. Everything was going great. I felt fresh in the morning. The only problem was after I finished work, which is around noon, which is like hilarious. You like afterwards, you're like, what the hell do I do with my life? I crashed a little bit, meaning I didn't crash like I was non-functional, but I couldn't do my workout. I didn't feel strong enough to do a workout, so I didn't do a workout today. I just felt like we mounted a little square, like I don't know what is it called, like a playground thingy for my daughter for inside, so she cannot get out of it, and we just filled it with toys and pillows, and she's just in it. So after I finished work, immediately I went upstairs and I just crawled in there with her. She was playing, I was hugging her, and just chilling there for a while. I didn't feel like doing anything else. Then she was like, I was giving her she was playing with toys and shit and books, and I was reading a parenting book. So apparently, that's new because we were in the living room where the TV is not on while she's around. My laptop is not around anymore. I don't want to use my phone in front of her or laptop or anything like that. So I was like, what the hell do I do with myself? Because she's playing with her little toys and I was playing with her a bit. And I saw a book and I'm like, how about I read a parenting book? Fucking finally, bro. Like during the pregnancy, I was reading so much about kids and babies. And now maybe I thought it's gonna be like the craziest, scariest shit ever. And now I just see like, oh, she's just a person and she's growing. And yes, I need to learn some things, but I don't. I thought I'm gonna be like every month I'm gonna read 4 books about parenting and I'm gonna everything. And now it's like chill, relax, it's fine. So I'm reading a book about sleep, even though she's sleeping fine. Thankfully, I think like just the first chapter of this book, I'm like, holy shit, some babies are a nightmare. Thankfully, our baby was a saint and still is a saint when it comes to sleeping. She goes to sleep on time, sleeps through the night, wakes up for like a few feedings, and like otherwise she's fine. Few feedings meaning 1, 2, whatever. So that's great. Yeah, so that's what I was doing today. I respected my team, so sorry, my energy is a little bit down and I can't wait to go to sleep. I thought I'm gonna use the sauna. Maybe I will. We'll see. My parents are still here. They're gonna be here until Sunday. Yesterday we were chilling in the sauna with my mom, and it was amazing. We were the only loud humans in a sauna. Like we went once in a sauna. I took her for a spa day, and like in a hotel sauna type of thing, and like the people immediately went out because we started like, oh, this is nice, and then like 3 minutes later, and the universe and the creation, like we're so loud and discussing all sorts of shit. So yesterday it was the same. The sauna is not a chill place when we're in there. Maybe I really like doing sauna before bed because like I had this neck pain and whatever, and it kind of got more relaxed with the sauna. And I think Joe Rogan, Huberman, whoever, all of them are like, you gotta do the cold plunge and then in the morning and then the sauna in the night because the body regulation, whatever, science. So I want to do it, but on the other hand, before sauna and after sauna, you gotta drink water, and if you do it at night, like then you get up to pee. So I don't like it. Then you need to take a late shower now before you go to bed. So all of it, it's long story short, it's stupid. Yeah. So I respected the theme of the day today, and I worked on marketing only, even though marketing is a little bit of a vague term. Like I need to like first I want to start respecting these themes. Then I'm gonna start drilling down and actually planning what does it mean when I work on a certain theme, because it can be marketing, but for which project, and what does marketing mean? Does it mean like there has to be a clearer end goal to marketing? Like does it mean like only making ads and recording videos for ads, or does it mean like posting and scheduling a bunch of tweets, or does it mean working on the blog, or does it mean on working on the YouTube channel? Like there's so many places you can go, especially with multiple projects, and I have 1 day per week to do that, so we will see how it will go. So what I did in the morning is I was answering customer support. Honestly, I left like 4 or 5 emails that I couldn't work on them because I was supposed to do coding work on the CZ portal in order to reply to those customers. And I said to them, I'm going to do marketing. If I start doing coding work just to reply to these customers, I'm going to lose the day. So I'm really, really trying to stick to these teams. Thank you for all the comments and discussions about ADHD. I think I'm not going to go with the medicine route because I'm not a non-functional ADHD person that I need it in order to be this and that. Like I think I'm doing fine, and actually more than fine, especially with Benji and trying to organize myself more and more and more and developing more and more and more features. Somebody just DM'd me today that they were actually they're using Benji from the beginning, but they are also developing their own thing, and now they're asking, can my thing also be a part in Benji? So maybe we're gonna work together. I invited him if he wants to work on the Electron, like on the desktop app of Benji. He needed something which I also wanted, like for Benji, just to take a little bit more control of your computer and to ask you like every once in a while, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? When you open your computer in the morning, you shouldn't be able to open whatever Firefox and go to, I don't know, CNN.com and read news. Like first thing, your computer should be blocked by like a full screen Benji. Hello, good morning, check in. These are your events for the day. You're not gonna forget anything, right? And then these are your tasks for the day. You're not gonna forget anything, right? What is the theme for the day? The theme for the day is marketing. Here are your tasks. Choose which one you're gonna work on. This one, and then it like the blocker thing is already there. It just needs to be developed more. And now we just need to make Benji a little bit more intrusive. So he just asks you things. Hey, like I haven't checked my habits for days because I'm busy with shit and I'm not going to the habits tab to check them. But if Benji just would ask me every once in a while, like maybe during Pomodoro breaks or whatever, have you done these habits? I would answer more and more. So we're going to see if we're going to work with this guy together on making Benji more intrusive. But I think with developing Benji and like I see the pills as a shortcut that I don't want to take. I didn't want to take it with anxiety. The first time I did therapy and the therapist like, you can have anxiety pills. And I'm like, no, because I'm working 14 hours. I'm eating sweets. I'm eating salty food. I'm drinking a lot of caffeine. So I'm basically, it's like, I see the pills as like a fat person doing liposuction before they actually do the walking around the block. I haven't even tried metaphorically walking around the block. I haven't even tried properly journaling and sitting in the sauna with my thoughts and just organizing my thoughts a bit more and analyzing my life a bit more and being more calm and breathing and being without devices. So once I try all of that and I reduce my dopamine craziness or whatever is happening with me when I go to YouTube and I watch everything at 3x speed, then I can talk about it. I'm like, okay, none of this works. Now I'm gonna jump into pills and shit. But for now, I don't like the idea because I'm doing none of that shit. I'm trying. I think every day I'm going in a direction to be like, the problem is when you have a brain like mine is like, and my dad basically woke me up a little bit to this fact when they were staying in our place for the first time for a longer period, and he was like, and you guys were saying that you have problems with devices. I've seen you on your phone like once today or this week, or like you don't know what it's like to be obsessed with devices, because we always want, okay, like we have blockers and time limits and we don't use our phones when we're in conversation with other people. And like meanwhile, like every person you're going to sit down with, they're going to talk to you and just scroll and be like, like there are people sitting down having food with you and whatever, and watching shorts and scrolling Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. It's fucking crazy. But I always want to reach the next and the next and the next and the next and the next level. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get there. Gonna be a more mindful person. So yeah, in the morning I did that. I uploaded a podcast. I'm doing it in record time now. All the processing and everything of the podcast is like 5 to 7 minutes. Today it took me 7 minutes. I want to reduce it to 5, and then it's good. If I do like 25-minute recordings and then 5-minute upload, I think that's the max time I want to devote to this podcast. And I really want to move it to a separate channel after episode 100. I wanted to do a little bit of work on Glink. If you don't know what is Glink, Glink is my product for where I write the change logs for Sizzy and for Benji and for other things. Because when you share the change logs, they don't have like a social media preview. And I realized the service I was using, it was called microlink something. Their URL stopped working. So I want to move both Benji and Sizzy to the latest versions of Next.js, so I can use dynamic meta tags. So I can own my meta tags and I don't need to use an external service, because I also see that Sizzy is broken. But I managed to control myself. I started doing that. I'm like, this is marketing. When I share my changelogs, they need to be pretty. I'm like, nah, you're going to waste your entire day on this, Next.js upgrades and whatever. And then the end result is going to be like, who shares the changelogs? So don't lie to yourself. There are bigger fish to fry, and work on start frying bigger fish, you fucking donut. So what I worked on, I actually streamed twitch.tv/thekitze. I started streaming again in the mornings. How do we go here? Yeah. So I fixed the testimonial section. So this was broken because Twitter broke their API, and suddenly the landing page looked very empty. So the Sizzy landing page looked empty because it didn't have all of these faces saying, oh my God, Sizzy is the best thing ever, and I don't know how I lived without it. So I did that, and that took some time to fix. And I found this website called socialdata.tools. So this is pretty fucking cool, and it's giving me ideas. I already have, I don't want to say it here because there are some donuts that are copying my moves and shit. So I have something that I'm going to do with this social media API thing. You still need to pay for it. You need to put credits. But I managed to do the thing, to grab all the testimonials and shit without paying any credits. So I was ready to pay, but I ran the script. It worked for free, and I was like, fuck it, this works now. I made these links bigger. I removed the 0 to shipped. I was shilling 0 to shipped on the CZ website. I'm like, I don't want to. It seems, people are clicking, a lot of people are clicking on it, but it's also confusing people. What does it have to do with Sizzy? Because it's a shiny gradient button, and I was like, fuck it. So I fixed the tweets here, so they appear here, and I added back, like, we were missing like a big ass picture here, even though this is an old screenshot. I like that it had these beacon thingies. When you hover off parts of the screenshot, it actually tells you, and this is how you can switch projects in Sizzy, and this is how you can jump to Photo Studio. This is how you switch sessions. I am thinking next marketing day, I'm going to work on this. Like, I wanted to make this properly with dark mode and more sections and blah, blah, blah. But I was tempted to rip it out and start from scratch. But I think the end result of this website being a little bit better is better than actually me coding on a new landing page all day and then not shipping anything at all, because probably that would have happened. So I think I did good there. I came up with also died. Actually someone on Twitter gave me this very weird idea. So I'm gonna sorry if you're listening to this on audio, I'm showing Sizzy, and somebody gave me this idea. What if you have like, where, did I save that? Oh shit, I didn't save that. God damn it. Someone was like, what if you have like a very long phone in Sizzy and you can see your entire website? And I did that, but then it doesn't make sense because the actual websites think that the screen size is like very, very long. So if you have a website that's like that's using 100 VH, it's going to stretch to that entire thing. So I started thinking, so that was the only little thing that I did aside from, well, actually it was part of marketing because I recorded a video about this. I was like, let's say I'm working on a website with multiple sections, right? And I want to preview all of them at once. Let's say I change some of my CSS, and now I want to see how does it reflect on all the things. So let's say I add all of these CSS overrides, and like I make the color yellow and the font size 30 pixels. But now I need to scroll the entire website in order to see like how does it reflect in all the sections. And I'm like, can I invent some mode in Sizzy that takes a website and breaks it down into sections and gives you like all the sections as like a Figma file type of thing where you can just see all of the sections at once. So I was experimenting with that a little bit, and I came up with this preset. I made a tutorial on the Sizzy channel. I don't want to drone on about Sizzy in this podcast, but I want to show you because this is pretty cool if you're a web developer. Like, you can go to this preset. You can create a preset with 6 like rectangles with 6 responsive panes basically, and you can just turn off the scroll sync in Sizzy, and now I can scroll all of these in a different section. Look, I can scroll this here, I can scroll this here, I can scroll this here, I can scroll this to the footer, and now when I apply some CSS, I can basically see how is it going to reflect in my entire website. So it's basically like seeing a bird's eye view of your entire website and how the CSS and the code is gonna reflect in it. And then if you want to work on one device, you can just focus on it, boom, fix this, and then unfocus and go back to bird's eye view. And I think this is like, there's so many things you can do, and this is not even a new feature. This is like, I just came up with something I can do with an old feature. And one cool thing that, I thought that my passion for Sizzy is gone and I don't want to work for it anymore. And I was thinking of selling it and this and that. It only took me to work on it just for a while during this AppSumo thing. If you don't know what is AppSumo, go to appsumo.com/product/Sizzy and you can get it for $59. Shilling so much today, dude. Let me vomit and I'll be right back. All right, vomited, showered, and now we're back. What the fuck was I saying, bro? Yeah, it's nice just working a little bit on the product just because of the promotion and whatever. And then I get the old passion of like, oh wait, we can do that. Oh my God, we can log this. Like I wrote so many new cards for ideas today. Yes, I hate working on some complex stuff in Sizzy. Like someone like Zico the Donut's gonna be like, yeah, but bro, unless you fix the fucking form submitting or no one is gonna farts. It doesn't fucking matter. There's like, I'm getting so many emails. It actually blows my mind because I'm focused on tech bubble Twitter. Are the tech leaders, are the tech, whatever you call them, thought leaders using Sizzy? Most of them are not, but you have a lot of developers who swear by it. Like, go read the AppSumo reviews. I get a lot of emails. Sometimes I screenshot those emails, I post them saying, hey, we need 20 seats. We're a WordPress company. We're doing this, we're doing that. Sizzy is a lifesaver. And I'm like, I can still do my own thing, meaning do things that are fun for me that might be interesting to others, instead of just forcing the narrative of unless Sizzy matches Chrome one-to-one in browser-like features, it's never going to be like, no, I hate thinking like that. And I'm not the person who's going to do a deep dive and do all of those fucking, I don't know how to call them. Like, they're those things are draining to me. But just inventing a new mode that will help me ship a landing page faster, I'm all up for it. And the new CZ updates are going to be great, unless you focus on like, oh no, but in Firefox it works this way, then who's single chandelier? Bye, see ya. So yeah, it was really nice working on something. And I think if I keep my projects in rotation, like I can't wait to work on Glink now. Like, refresh it a little bit, bump the version of next, style it a little bit better, like a little bit, fucking kill me. Little by little, every product is going to move a little bit forward instead of just being stuck working on Benji the entire week. And I think when I go back to another product, I'll have more freshness and more ideas because I'm not in it every day. I think something happens to the brain when you zoom out and do something else and then you come back to the thing. So I recorded a video for this bird's eye view for CC devices. I posted it on, well, I'm not sure if I posted it on Twitter. I posted it on YouTube. Then I reposted it on Twitter, but I was supposed to upload it on Twitter. I was fixing the testimonials, deployment. So most of the time I spent today on marketing and the landing page. And I wrote a bunch of, because this morning I was faced like with a blank list. I'm like, what the fuck do I do today for marketing day? So I brainstormed a little bit with ChatGPT and I wrote a list of things I need to do. Like even small things like I need to upload a profile picture on the YouTube channel. It's small, but it makes it seem more professional, or I don't know, changing the favicon on the website or the logo or whatever. Like I wrote all of these things, but I also need to find ways to measure. This guy looks like Chester Bennington. Rest in peace. But I hope that this guy is alive. Sorry, this guy, Eric Hopner, Chester Bennington. He became, like, his quote is that he became so numb. He can feel Sizzy there. I'm tired by myself. 16 minutes. I had nothing to talk about today, dude. I hopped in here thinking I'm going to be like, hey, hi, bye, see ya. And suddenly I'm talking for 16 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. So after I did work, I wanted to work out, but I couldn't. So I spent time with my daughter for a while. And then I went down on the computer and I just went, because I was like, okay, I can't work. Like today we were going to eat takeout because my parents wanted to buy food. So I'm like, I don't need, like my wife doesn't need to cook. The baby was sleeping for 2 hours during the day. And I'm like, if I want, I can continue working now. But I said, I'm going to do 5 hours per day, 6 hours of the 6 times per week. And I'm going to respect that because otherwise I'll never get to other things. So I got to the other things. I opened Benji and I went from like 100 something tasks that I had in my personal task list to 65 because I was deleting old stuff and stuff that was not relevant. I was completing some things. I actually got reminded of some things that I need to do. And it felt really nice that, here's the thing with waking up at 5:30 a.m. Let's say I wake up at 8, 9, I do the thing, I take out the dog, yada, yada, yada. And then I work until 4 and then we have lunch and then I spend time with my wife and baby. By the time it's 6 o'clock, you feel some guilt if you're doing something. I don't know how to explain this, but I feel some guilt if I need to, pay the bills and this and that. Now it's like, I have this like, now it's time for chilling. It's not time for whatever. But when you're done with work by 12, and then even if I did work out and whatever, and I spend time with my daughter and blah, 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 it's still like, you still have time in the day and it's still like early in the day. So I can go and do like, I paid a bunch of bills and I did a bunch of things without feeling guilty. Like the night is slipping away and I need to chill now. And it felt like the day is like very, very, very long. Then my parents came, we had some pizza. We spent more time with the baby. Me and my dad started installing that grill for hours. We were outside. Before the pizza came, I was just for like 15, 20 minutes outside. I was washing plastic toys that we have and frisbees and whatever. And it felt like really nice, not giving a fuck and not having, like, I don't have Twitter on my phone, but I think, I make parallels that someone in my situation would be like wash one toy and then sit down and take their phone and scroll Twitter because it's more addicting than anything. And in those moments, I feel proud that I can just be outside with the water fucking hose, fucking around with, yes, I get the occasional thoughts, but this is not productive. I need to go and work on my side hustle. But on the other hand, it feels just so refreshing, pun intended, just to play with water and wash some toys or whatever. It felt really nice that from like whatever the time was, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I haven't touched a computer until literally now. Until now, like we finished half of the grill. We need to finish the other half tomorrow. So that felt nice. Probably gonna do sauna now and then gonna go to bed. And tomorrow we rinse and repeat. I was thinking of taking the day off because my parents are here. I might go and visit some place and yada, yada, yada. But I want to wake up early. Now I crave this. I don't know why. I see it's 9 o'clock and I'm like, it's time for bed. I don't want to do anything right now. I don't want to sit around and just do nothing. I want to, catch the day tomorrow, wake up at 5 something. Maybe I'm not going to work full 5 hours. I'm going to try to work as much as possible. And then we're going to go and have a family day. What else did I want to tell you today, dude? I don't have a fucking list. So I guess that's it. Let me not drone on about. If you have any questions, just let me know. in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them in a future episode. I just went through my Pomodoros and tell you what I've done today. And I guess that's it. Come on, let's not sweat it. Thank you very much for watching. Who's the singer of Chandelier? See ya, you donuts.